Hi, this is Vec. In this tutorial we'll look at how to use the super keyword in Java. So we'll be using the same classes that we have used in the inheritance tutorial, that is the person class, the employee class, and app.java, and also the demo.java. So in person class we have assigned the value of Harry to name. Let's remove this and the age. So we are left with only the declaration part, and let's go to the employee.java, and here let's remove the assigned values over here. And to assign the values, let's create the constructor in the employee class for all the four variables, that is sal, ssn, name, and age. So a constructor over here with the name employee, and within the constructor let's have string name, comma int age, comma string ssn, comma double sal. So this is the constructor, and let's have this dot name equals name, and this dot age equals age, and this dot ssn equals ssn, and the last one, this dot sal equals sal. So this constructor will initialize all the values for the variables of person and the employee class. And since employee is inheriting the person class, it is valid that we are using name and age here. So now in the app.java, let's remove all of the code that we had previously, and here we haven't put a zero parameter constructor, so that's why it was giving the error. Let's have a zero parameter constructor over here and here, so this won't give any error now. See, so we are having a person object of person class and emp object of employee class, but we want to initialize the value using the employee. So remove the person, and in here let's give the value for first is the name. So the name is Harry, and the age, let's say he is 40 years old, and the SSN number is a string, so let's give TYRE8769, sorry, TYRE87690, and for sal let's give it 85,000 bucks. So now let's see the employee details, emp dot employee details, shift F6, and here you can see we get the result. And you might be wondering why I have done, because I have already taught you the use of constructors, but here now I have to make a point. Suppose we are having a constructor over here, person, and let's generate the constructor for this and a default constructor also. So here I'll shift F, and here you can see if we are having this constructor, then this code here is duplicated in the employee class here. So to avoid this duplication and avoid the violation of object-oriented designing, what we can do, remove these two from here, and since we have taken the string name and int age here, what we can do, we can use super, and here let's give the parameter name, comma age. So what this super will do, this super will call the constructor of its superclass, which is having two parameters. The first is a string type and the other is the int type. So the constructor that will be called will be this one. So this will help in reducing the redundancy, and this works somewhat like this keyword, this should be the first line within the constructor. So if we put it in the second line like this, it will give an error. So let's put it back to the first line, and that this keyword is used to call the constructors of the same class, and the super keyword is used to call the constructors of the superclass. So now if we execute this program, we'll get the same result. Here you can see we are getting the same result. So apart from the use of calling the superclass constructor, a super keyword can also be used in the situations in which the member names of a subclass hide members by the same name in the superclass. So if we are having int age in the person and an employee, if we are having the same age, and if we try to use this age, shift F6, and here you can see we are getting age equal to 0 even though we have given a 40, since this variable age has made the variable in person with the same name hide at the runtime. So if we want to access the age of the person, what we need to do is put a super over here. So now if we shift F6 over here and see the result, we'll get the right result, age equal to 40. So super is used in two contexts, that is one in calling the constructor of the superclass and other when the subclass member hide the members of superclass. So one more thing I want to cover over here is I want to tell that how constructors are called, that is in what order the constructors are called. Suppose we are having the person class and the employee is extending the person class and the demo is extending the employee class. So we have the three level of hierarchies, and let's have an object of demo over here. Demo d equals new demo. Now here let's create a default constructor demo and generate, and let's s out over here in demos constructor, and let's copy this s out statement, and in the employee, in the zero parameter constructor, let's paste it and write in employees constructor, and in the person.java, same thing we have to do. In the zero parameter constructor, let's paste it and change the name to persons constructor. So now when I have called the demo d equals new demo, and let's comment these out, and if I do a shift F6, then we'll get to know which constructor works first. Shift F6. Now here you can see we have made the object of demo, but the constructor that is first called is the person's constructor, then the employee's constructor, and the last is the demo constructor. So what we can conclude here, class at the top of the hierarchy, the constructor of that class is called first, and then the constructor of the subclass, and then the constructor of the calling class whose object is created. So what is happening here, Java implicitly puts a super over here, super. So a call to the superclass constructor is made, that is the employee class constructor, which is having 0 arguments, is made, and over here also there is a super keyword, and here also the super keyword is used. So now if we made a shift F6, we'll get the same result. So this is done implicitly, and this super is implicitly put by the Java so that the order is always followed, that is the superclass constructor, then the subclass constructor. So this is all for this tutorial. So in the next tutorial we'll be looking at the method overriding. So keep practicing and see you next time.